So, welcome to Romania, first of all. So, we're really happy to have you here at our event Green Connect, which is together with Project Origin. First of all, how you see Romania? This is the first question I'm asking everyone.
Right now, Romania, I've heard a lot of things about Romania, how a lot of people really love the ancient culture in Romania. But I'm seeing it myself, and so far I've liked Romania. Bucharest is the kind of city that I would come to every 3 years, I would say.
Great. So, a little bit about you and your mom was supposed to come?
Yeah.
Yes. And she didn't make it, so you came with your dad?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you guys are doing in Ethiopia, about your family. I'd like to hear more about.
That's great. So my name is Yisak, as you know, and I am the son of the co-founders of Primrose Specialty Coffee. My dad, the CEO of the company Abreham Mengiste, and my mom, the managing director, the current managing director of the company. So my mom actually couldn't make it here because of a visa delay. Her visas are arriving sometime next month.
Told me.
My dad decided to give me the exposure already, since I'm really passionate about this industry, and I would say I'm really enthusiastic and I'm really excited about coffee and the future that it's gonna take us. And yeah,
What kind of coffees do you drink at home?
at home, normal coffees.
What's normal coffees? Tell me.
So we have a coffee shop and roastery in Ethiopia, and there are some specialty coffees that a coffee shop gets us. So every week we get some coffees from them, so that we can
How do you prepare at home? Is it traditional Ethiopian or you
filter
filter?
filter V60.
Okay.
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So how is tell me about your family, because I know your family is involved in the business.
Yes. So
Last time I was there, I met your sister, I think,
That's true.
in the cupping room. I met you. Tell me about a little bit about this.
So my older sister right now, she's a cupper in the company. And she is working hard to become a Q grader before this before this CVA and everything. And my actually oldest brother, he is studying in AUS, American University of Sharjah, right now. He's in his third year, and hopefully he's gonna finish in the next year or a half.
He's in coffee too, or no?
No, he just he knows about coffee,
But he's not involved
but
in.
he's not involved in anything,
Okay.
as I would say. And yeah, me and my little brother just going around the world when we have free time, going around exhibitions and everything. That's it.
Okay. So you're quite young.
That's true.
How young are you?
I just turned 16 2 weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Where'd you learn how to speak English so well?
So I am attending in the International Community School of Addis in Ethiopia, where the main language is English.
Okay, so you got so your English is
Yeah.
your English is quite good
Yeah.
for a person who's learning in a university. I know. In Ethiopia, your mom and your dad both are like it's a big company.
Yes.
In Ethiopia, but also your mom is like in the forefront of
She is.
coffee, which is really special and unique because I don't know the other companies how they are, but I know that
She is.
the only one, if I'm not wrong,
That's
on
true.
this level dealing with coffee.
Yeah, she has consecutive great achievements in the past, as she has been winning the Woman in Coffee for the past 5 years now. She has been, and my dad really supports her in a way where he encourages her enthusiasm, and she is really enthusiastic about coffee, innovative methods, and she just thinks it's just life for her. Coffee is life for her, and she has been in this industry for more than 25 years now.
How she met Sash? How did she hook up? She was the person that connected with Sasha, or how was that meeting with Sasha? Happened first time.
Yeah, so in 2014, my parents and Sash met in the Seoul Cafe show in
Okay.
Korea, and then They got introduced to each other. They
And then
gave him
Sasha.
some samples, and then he tasted it. He liked it, and then we started working together.
And he came to Ethiopia right
He came to
after?
Ethiopia right after, before the barista competition, and then there was even some bits of the Coffee Man documentary that was filmed in my mom's
Yes.
car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that part. Yeah, and after that, uh, he started coming back, and I think Agnieszka was right after.
Right after, yeah. Actually, we started with the carbonic maceration process in Ethiopia, as we were the pioneers in Ethiopia, and then there was a lot in 2018, the Guji Muji Messina lot.
That's the one she won
That's
with.
the one Agnieszka Rowiska won the barista championship with.
What processing method was it? Was it just a classic?
Carbonic maceration.
Carbonic maceration, washed or natural?
I think it was a natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
So I want to deep dive a little bit into Ethiopian coffees because it's a little bit unique compared to other regions.
That's
in
true.
the sense that a lot of the other regions it's quite easy to work with directly with the farmer. It's not unusual. In Colombia or in Brazil, Central America, it's quite easy to work with them and to get their coffees. In Ethiopia, you have this structure of the washing stations, which for a long time, many people think like Gargari is a farmer or it's a farm, and they don't know it's a washing station. And the name of the coffees or the brands of the coffees are the washing stations. Can you tell me a little bit how things are structured in Ethiopia from the farm level to the point it gets to the roaster, and
course,
how
yeah.
that looks?
So there's the farmer, the one that gets the coffees at first, and then the farmer sells the coffee to the exporter, or sells the coffee to the small producer. Then that gets if they choose to sell to the small producer, that small producer comes to the exporter and sells it to the exporter. If that coffee needs processing, if you're trying to change it, if you're trying to put it into carbonic maceration, supernatural, malto fermentation, then the producer actually takes it to the washing station so that the coffee gets processed in the washing station.
Whose responsibility is it when it's getting processed? The exporter has the responsibility. He buys it and does the processing, or the producer does?
It's after the purchasing.
So the producer sells to the washing station or the exporter, and the exporter decides what he wants to do with the coffee.
That's true.
Okay, and then he decides if he wants to. And that's, I mean, you have Primrose, which is the
specialty coffee exporting
company, and Meseret Coffee, which is the two. How are they different? Okay, explain to me how this.
Meseret?
Yes.
Meseret is my mom's name. It's
Okay.
not a company.
Thank you.
So she is in the forefront because, like I've told you, these innovative methods are mostly created by her. And going back to your question, I explained to you the first way where the farmer sells to the small producer. The farmer can also sell directly to the exporter, where the same thing happens, but the farmer is just going direct to the exporter.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And you own the washing stations? Basically, yes. Primrose owns the washing stations, and you buy the coffees from the producers.
Yes. Primrose owns well over 10 washing stations that are strategically located all around the southern regions of Ethiopia.
Okay, that's basically where you collect the coffees and you process it.
That's true.
What happens, I mean, how do you separate if you have a producer that's making amazing coffee versus a producer that's not making, how does that work in when he brings the coffee?
So first, before,
how do you separate?
Yeah, so the small producer first ships the coffee for a little samples directly to the main office that we have here in Addis.
Okay.
And then before the coffee is loaded in, put in the warehouse, first, the cupping managers actually cup the coffee. There are Q graders in the cupping. There's actually the quality control manager. She's on her way to becoming the CVA cupper.
Okay.
She cups the coffee and approves or doesn't.
Okay. But I mean, my question is the coffee, you have, let's say, 88-point coffee, which arrives from 10 bags from a producer. How does that get sorted in the washing station so it's not mixed with a 82-point coffee brought by another producer?
That's the responsibility of categorizing by the washing station's manager.
And you have this capacity to separate and to do so.
Absolutely.
So Okay, I mean, basically, it's almost impossible to work really directly with smaller producers
Yeah,
because it just doesn't work. It doesn't function.
that's true.
Okay. Um, if you have a roaster who wants to know about a farmer, how do you explain this? How do you say it? Like, let's say, I don't know, you have Guji Messina, and the roaster is like, I want to know about the farmer. How does that work with Ethiopia? Which is that's why I say which is unusual because we don't know anything about the farmers actually.
Yes. So it's the choice. There are some farmers that have turned themselves into small producers and
Okay.
exporters.
Okay.
So if you really want to get known for your job, if you really want to put your face out into the world of the industry, then we have no problem with that. We can, first of all, when you make that decision, you also have to think there are some jobs that come with that. Like you're gonna have to step up your game as well.
Of course, and you have to invest more
Yeah,
money.
you're gonna have to invest more money. Then most case scenario, the farmers just want to do their job, provide to their families, access the facilities that we provide them. And if they want if they want that side where they're trying to step up the game, they're trying to get into a new world of where you actually have to present your coffee, you have to be responsible for everything and stuff, then it's a different mechanism.
You think, in Ethiopia, they say it's the birth of coffee.
Yes.
It's where the coffee is
Origin of
origin of the coffee. How do you feel about that? I mean, when you're seeing the other origins, that's one question. The second question is, how do you feel when you're starting to see the Ethiopian seeds in Costa Rica, Panama, and you're having the Ethiopian coffees that are getting into other countries and planted? How was that for you to see that dynamic? If there's any.
I keep getting more proud of my country, and this keeps inspiring me to keep delving into the industry and delving into this coffee world that has amazing bright futures. And this is not just something that I'm proud of and just ignore, but this is also one of the main reason why I'm getting into the coffee industry. Not only because my parents are, not only my parents, just because my parents are coffee exporters, but because of this. This is what really encourages my enthusiasm, I would say.
You're more traditional person, or you're looking to, as you get bigger, to innovate more and more, or you like things to be more made in the traditional way?
I have some characteristics that I've taken from my mom to stay as innovating as possible. I am creative and I like innovation.
What do you do your day to day? I mean, you're young, obviously you're in school now, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it the summertime in your free time, or when are you around coffee?
So mostly I'm around coffee during holidays
Okay,
where I have breaks. I help my mom with anything as possible. After schools, if there are clients, I'll go to dinner with them. If there's a cupping session, I'll come. If there are exhibitions during short or long breaks, holidays, then I'll go. So as much as I can, I'm trying to get into this coffee world with the free time that I have.
okay, and she kind of tries to like cut the time of this from you and
Yeah.
push you more towards school rather than.
No, they actually support me a lot.
Okay,
My dad actually really wanted me to do this. That's why he brought me here.
okay.
Because my mom couldn't. He really wanted me to get exposed to this coffee world, and they really support me. But they also emphasize on the balance that it has in school as well. They tell me don't get distracted. You get to this later, but this is also a requirement. So they encourage me to stay more balanced.
Okay. I have a few other curious about things. Cup of Excellence. What do you know about Cup of Excellence?
I've heard of it a lot, like some award-winning coffees and stuff, and I know Primrose is getting involved in it, but I'm gonna tell you honestly, I don't know a lot about it.
Okay. And competitions? Do you have competitions in Ethiopia? Do you have like barista championships or you don't have?
I don't think so. I've never heard of it. We might have some competitions, but I don't really.
And when it comes to competitions outside, like when you're offering how does your relationship work with the compete? How was like with Agnieszka? Once they choose a coffee, they come and visit the farm or the origin. How is that relationship with the competitor? Is it one that's very close, or it's they just choose the coffees you want? You help them choose the coffees. How does that process work if you're a competitor and you want to use like the coffees from you, like a
So
carbonic
it
maceration?
was really, I would say, with the Agnieszka, then it was a different case scenario, as we were close, but in a way that was indirectly because we pioneered carbonic maceration because of Sasha and his team, thanks to them, and then we were able to achieve this victory. We contributed to her victory through Sasha. So we were close. After that, we spoke a lot. We did a lot of things. Yeah, we had a lot of conversations, but also more through a project origin. And
You guys are having any impact due to the climate? Is Ethiopia impacted in any way by the climate change and things like this, or
not until now, but it's mostly probable that we're going to be seeing that in the future, of course.
you guys had a record crop this year?
Yeah,
2025 was one of the Ethiopia's best years.
best years.
Quality versus quantity. How do you see the quality versus? Because the quantity I know was huge, and it still is. I mean,
The quantity, it's very vivid. You can see it every time, but the quality, it's hard to see immediately at that moment because the quality we're gonna be seeing that in the we're gonna be seeing that maybe September and October after clients have actually tasted it, after clients have actually seen it, and the quantity, as I told you, like it's huge. It's massive.
During harvest season, how many guests do you get at the Primrose?
It's many guests. Like there's a point where us the sons have to take one guest as well to dinner. Like they are super busy, even on not even in harvest days, also in normal days they're really busy. But at that peak season, then it's we get ready for it beforehand, so we're used to it.
When it comes to quantity, I mean, I realized this year, the prices increased in the market. Ethiopia was in a very good position this year to do
Yes.
the volumes. And it was the first time I saw this dynamic where I saw the Ethiopian coffees sitting in the same area as the Brazilian coffees. And a lot of people decided to buy Ethiopian coffees this year. How do you see this on the quantity base? Do you see Ethiopia as a quantity player in the future? That it will be able to match a country like Brazil? Or it's just a momentum thing?
I think it's just up here. Every exporter has a role to play, as well as the farmer. As long as we get enough, not only financial support, but also like just encouragement from the government, like this year, the institutes that work with the government and everything, then Ethiopia has the ability to even exceed Brazil's stage right now.
Government helps you as a exporter producer?
Export encouragement, I would say.
Okay, what is encouragement? Give me an example.
Encouragements could be really like encouragements don't have to be public, really.
Yeah, of course.
And really in the company, there are some calls, there are some appreciations, certificates you receive from government institutions as an encouragement for you to keep going when you're in the top exporters.
So when I visited you this year in January, we went to a ceremony. I forgot what that. Can you tell me a little bit about that ceremony?
It was the 15th year anniversary
Of Primrose.
of Primrose, where we awarded our top 5 most loyal.
That was quite unique.
Buyers,
I was
clients.
very impressed by that. I
Yeah.
was really impressed by how you treat your staff, the
That's
company, and I was surprised on these premiums you were offering
Yeah.
for the people that are.
Our staffs as
Yes.
well. We really respect our staffs. They're the ones behind the scenes when we're traveling or even in the offices. They're the ones that really work behind the scenes and don't really get as much appreciation. But we really like giving back even more than what's really needed from us. We really like appreciating our staffs in that kind of way. as also our clients are loyal, and clients that we've worked with for more than a decade since this company was actually founded. We also decided to award those people, and also some of the companions we have, some of the friends we've had individually, my mom's, my dad's friends as well. We decided to give them a word of appreciation as well.
Yeah, I saw that. It was really
Yeah.
it was a really big event.
It was a
wasn't
really big event.
I mean, that's what
It's
I
because,
thought.
yeah, it's the 15th year anniversary. Every 5 years, it's this big. And we decided to do that this year.
Again, when I was this year in Addis, I saw a big difference in the city, how it's developing, roads are changing. Is this happening in the country and going towards the washing stations, or is just mainly Addis right now, for now, which is developing? Or is it also developing outside the country?
Yes, you could see some slight developments outside the country, but the main emphasis right now, I would say, is in Addis. But the development is not going to stop here. Progress is, from what we are seeing and from what we are told, progress is not going to stop here. And as a country, we're going to keep excelling. And yeah.
As Origin, if you somebody like roasters or a group of roasters want to visit Origin, how does that work within? Because again, in other countries, when I go into Costa Rica, the farms is like 1 hour away. There's roads. You land into the capital in 1 hour. You're in the coffee farms, which in Ethiopia is not the case. So how much time do you need if you want to visit the washing stations and farms in Ethiopia? And when is the best time to do this?
Harvest season, I would say, is the best time.
So when you're picking the coffees?
Yes.
Okay. When is that? From when and when?
I would say November.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to be I'm just trying to get you as ready as possible. I would say November, starting at.
So in November they start picking the coffees.
I would say so.
Okay. And how much time you need from the time you get to Addis to get to these washing stations?
I would say minimum of 4 or 5 days.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
How, is it because you have to take a different plane or
yes,
trucks?
Yes, you need to take a different plane. First of all, you get to Addis, and then you have to get to Hawassa or a near airport where you're trying to get the coffee, like an airport around the farms. Mainly it's Hawassa for coffees, because coffees mainly come from the southern region of Ethiopia. And then from Hawassa, you have to take a car that's a long ride.
What does a long ride mean? From Hawassa, how long more it takes to get to the stations?
It depends. It can take an hour. It can take 2.
So 4 or 5 days, you need to just go and come back. You mean?
Go watch.
Watch.
Yeah. If you want cup, and then come back.
Is it quite popular? I mean, does everybody wants to get there?
I would say these past couple of years, these past 2-3 couple of years, the interest in coming and visiting farms has slightly declined.
Why is that? What do you think?
I think safety issues, I would say.
Real safety issues or like
rumors?
Rumors.
I would say rumors.
Okay,
because Ethiopia is completely safe, as I would say. But, there's fright that can be understood. But there are still clients that are going down, visiting the washing stations, visiting the farmers, the farms. And yeah.
Do you think this has an impact once a roaster visits something like this in the sense of commitment and buying? Is it an emotional thing or it's
Of course. This is really helpful, especially for the buyer, I would say. This is just transparency and just showing them what you do, how you do it, when you do it, why you do it, and just transparency and just showing them your commitment and dedication to your job. And yeah, just mainly being transparent with your buyers.
Okay, it's clear that it's impossible to get every roaster to visit Origin.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's even sustainable.
Yes, that's right.
So how you bring Ethiopia to the world? How do you do it that you can bring that emotional part to the roaster or to like coming to Romania and having this special chance to share? I'm sure in the future you'll be coming back. I'm 100% sure. How do you do to represent Ethiopian coffees when you go to countries where they don't have access so easy to Origin? Because essentially not everybody can come to Origin, only a few can come. And they're the few fortunate, either being supported by the roasters or it's a roaster himself as owner and decides to do this. But many of us, even me, I've visited Ethiopia twice so far. And I've stopped at Addis and I haven't gone to because I haven't had the time.
Yes.
How do you do that? You can bring that culture of Ethiopian coffees to the clients out.
That's where our specialties come in. I would say, as I'm gonna answer this question to you in a Primrose lens. So we craft our coffees that can go along with the stories that we shape them with, I would say. So, for example, we have supernatural coffees. These supernatural coffees, we just don't get them and want to sell the coffees just for the profits and just for the business that we do. We're trying to sell the story so that people can understand it, so that people can feel it.
What is the supernatural process?
Supernatural process is a fermentation process where my parents created in the early 20s that really emphasizes on the thick layer of the coffee bed. And then the main purpose of it is just to get the flavor of the coffee to spike, as mostly supernatural coffees are described as fruit bombs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess very nice in espressos.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And coming back to your question, supernatural coffees, as I would say, as a part of Primrose, are how we get people to experience coffee, to really for them to imagine like how and where it came from without actually coming to visit, through the stories we craft and through the distinct flavors that we provide to our customers.
Where do you see Primrose in 10 years? Where do you see yourself within Primrose in the next 10 years?
I would see myself
Your role, I mean.
as the leader of the coffee exporting company. I would see Primrose as the top specialty coffee exporter in the next 10 years. Not even 10, next 5 years, I would say.
You're ambitious.
With the help of God and with the help of family, I can see Primrose excelling in this world, getting known more and more and more.
Okay, I have some specific questions about Ethiopia. You're mainly Christian Orthodox?
Orthodox Christian.
Christian, yes. Is it the same Orthodox Christian that is in Romania, or it's
I would say slightly different. Slightly different. As the Romanian Orthodoxists, they're allowed to eat ham.
Yes.
In Ethiopia, it's forbidden to eat ham as an Orthodox Christian because of a religious reason.
And many people come to Ethiopia to visit the church, I think. It's something unique, because I know they're in the ground. Yes. I've seen some pictures.
The churches are stunning. The churches are historical, and the churches are worth visiting.
And the rest of the majority is Christian Orthodox?
Yes, majority of the population is Orthodox Christian, and then Protestant, and then it goes down.
No, that's quite unique as well. When I was in Ethiopia, I realized that, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
So it's very nice. So thank you very much. It's very nice having you here.
Thank you.
And exploring Ethiopian coffees, but especially about you and Primrose itself. Of course, the relationship with Project Origin and Primrose is a special one. And that's why you're here. With our partnership with Project Origin and Artisan Green Bean. Because of them, you're here. But for us, it's an honor to have you here. Really special to talk to you. I would have loved to talk to your mom as well, but it's just as nice as with you. So we're looking to have you here again, maybe in some of the competitions. And who knows, maybe you'll give some coffee competitions to sponsor some of the competitors.
Of course.
Yeah.
In the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks
a lot.
It was a nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.